deceased patient. I am constrained to address an adverse reference made during proceedings. So this is another one, not under that topic.
It seems to still be the same because it relates to Puletau.
Okay, for
Yeah, but
Puletau.
it is an allegation that was apparently made in ad hoc, the ad hoc committee that you want to address.
Okay. I am further constrained to address an adverse reference made during proceedings of the Parliamentary Ad hoc Committee by Lieutenant General Kumar, wherein it was suggested that I persuaded the investigating officer not to oppose bail in respect of Warrant Officer Michael Tau, an accused in the Armand Swart murder. That assertion is incorrect and constitutes a misrepresentation on both conduct and the applicable legal process. The allegation that I interfered with influencing or persuaded any investigating officer not to oppose bail is not true. It is inconsistent with my role, my professional experience, the established legal framework governing bail, proceedings, and serious criminal matters. I wish to emphasize that offenses falling under Schedule 6 of Criminal Procedure Act require a formal bail application before a competent court, where the accused bears the honors to satisfying the court that exceptional circumstances exist to justify release on bail. An experienced detective and senior commander with crime detection, I have always been fully conscious of the legal position and the strict procedure and safeguard applicable to such proceedings. Decision relating to bail is opposed or manner which the bail proceedings are conducted or any subsequent appeal process fall within the prosecutorial domain of National Prosecuting Authority. These decisions do not reside within the authority of the National Commander or Senior Detective Officer. It would have been both improper, beyond my mandate to attempt to influence such process. I therefore categorically deny that I persuaded, instructed, influenced any investigating officer not to oppose bail, whether at the first instance during any appeal proceedings. The suggestion that I interfered with the bail process is further contradicted by the testimony of witness A and B before the commission, whose evidence does not support the allegation attributed to me. For this reason, I respectfully submit that the adverse parliamentary reference does not accurately reflect the true factual and legal position and appears to have contributed to a narrative inconsistent with the objective evidence placed before this commission.
Thank you, General. Then I'm going to suggest that paragraph 70 to 76, the top of 76, is a duplication of the contents of the Musa Kaula allegations, which we've already addressed, but this is in the context of the criminal case that was pursued against him, where you say you had no involvement. We've already addressed that. And then on page 71, the investigation of the murder of Armand Swart, the allegations there, or what you set out there, is a repeat of what you had dealt with under the topics of the investigation, the discussions you had with the officers, the meeting of the 16th of May, and any telephone calls. So I'm going to suggest that 71, 72, 73, 74 and 75 up until paragraph 248 on 76 are repeats, and perhaps if your counsel could confirm that we don't need to deal with them because they are repeats.
Chair, we can confirm that. We don't have a problem if it is not repeated.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Then, General, that takes us to the page 76. We're almost there. the SAPS contract with Medicare 24 Tshwane District Pty Limited and your knowledge thereof. Starts at paragraph 249.
249. I have noted the question raised concern of SAPS contract with Medicare 24 Tshwane District Pty Ltd. I wish to state to the outset that I was not involved in the initiation, procurement, adjudication, approval, negotiation, or administration of any contract concluded between South African Police Service and Medicare 24 Tshwane District Pty Ltd. Matters relating to the procurement and contracting service level agreement or within SAPS fall within designation or designated supply chain management, financial management, administrative structure operating in accordance with Public Finance Act and the National Treasury, SAPS internal procurement prescription. I became aware of the contract of SAPS and Medi 24 during September 2024 when Matlala asked me telephonically where I was traveling to, because I became amazed and inquired, how does you know I'm traveling? And Mr. Matlala indicated that he is having contract with SAPS for doing medicals. However, I did not know the name of Mr. Matlala's company until November when I received the screenshots of payments from SAPS.
In November 2024, this related to the 70,000. What are you referring to? The payments in November 2024. What payments in November 2024?
No, the payments on the screenshots. On the screenshots which Nkosi sent it to me.
Okay.
Yeah, that is what made me to see that is Tshwane Medicare. What? Remember the one which shows the invoice?
Like what you mean by November 2024 payments?
Yeah.
Okay. Then the next topic is payments made by me or my family members to Mr. Vusikat Matlala and any payments made to me by or my family by Mr. Matlala. We've dealt with this when you dealt with the reasons why the loan was advanced and repaid, correct?
Yes.
Can we just confirm that we don't need to go over paragraph 251 to 253? That there are repeats?
That is confirmed, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mkhize.
Thank you. And then that takes us to page 78, which is a topic concern regarding possible inducements to obtain adverse information.
Based on the information conveyed to me by Sergeant Daniel Mtaung, as well as other developments described in this statement, it appears that members of the South African Police Service may have been approached and potentially induced with promises of career advancement or promotion in exchange for providing adverse information concerning myself and other members.
Sorry, General, can you just tell us who is Sergeant Daniel Mutaung?
Sergeant Daniel Mtaung was working with me at organized crime, but on duty detachment. From October 1st to December 31st, due to ill health, I was not driving myself to work. He was driving me. He's also staying in Westland. Yeah, so he was visited at his house in Randfontein by these members, which he mentioned in his statement, who wanted information from him in exchange that they will promote him to a captain rank if he can give information against me or severe.
And that statement is in your annexure file RS11 and the typed version is on page 55.
Yes.
Do you then want to continue at 255?
While I do not purport to make definitive findings in this regard, the circumstances raise serious concern that proper methods may have been employed to solicit statement.
Did you say proper or improper?
Improper, sorry, thanks, Commissioner. Improper methods may have been employed to solicit statements or intelligence directed at a particular individual. In the interest of transparency, institutional integrity, and the protection of lawful policing process, I respectfully implore the Commission to investigate whether the inducement incentive promised of promotion were offered to SAPS members in exchange of finishing information of statements adverse to myself or others. I submit this information to assist the Commission in determining whether any conduct occurred that may undermine the independence of the investigation or compromise the credibility of evidence placed before it. Daniel Mtaung, deposed affidavit annexer to annexer RS11.
Okay, and then we are on page 79, which is your conclusion and request to the Commission.
Having responded fully